Hello, my beautiful sparrows. So the image I was getting today was of a huge ocean trying to squeeze into this little tiny vessel. So the tiny vessel is small, much smaller than the big ocean. The vastness and the sheer size of the ocean makes it impossible, of course, for it to be squeezed into this tiny vessel. And it's not the fault of a tiny vessel that this big vast ocean cannot be contained in it. It's pure tragedy of an ocean to blame itself for its vastness. So what does it mean? What does it mean if when the ocean blame itself for being vast enough for the small vessel to contain it? What does that mean? So what it means basically is that how we process life and situations and things that are actually beneath ourselves. You know, a lot of the times people, jobs, situations, they're actually not good enough for us to be able to invest in it. That's what it means. What it means is that when you are persistently disappointed with a situation that's not even to your level, and you keep blaming yourself, saying, oh, I'm not good enough, or maybe if I do this, or with your friends, maybe if I just tried a little bit harder, maybe if I just, said this, or a job, maybe if I was like a little bit friendlier or nicer to the boss and try to suck up to the boss and the posse, the whole posse, trying to suck up to the boss so that they get into brownie points and they can be secure at their job, or situations where you're in a family or friend circle where whatever you do, it just doesn't seem good enough for any standards by any metric. What do you do with that? Friends, that's the whole analogy of you being this vast ocean trying to squeeze yourself into these little vessels which are not meant for you. It's not meant to contain your greatness. It's not meant to hold you. It's not meant to sustain you. It's not meant to nourish you for the future. No. All it's going to do is make you feel frustrated, make you feel tired, make you feel not good enough, make you feel like you do not belong, make you feel like whatever you're doing, it's just never enough, basically. So the whole situation is absurd, first of all, because not only you haven't recognized yourself as this beautiful ocean, the vastness and the sheer size and the modality of it, you haven't grasped it yet. And I urge you to look at yourself, look at your gifts, look at where you excel, look at what drives you, look at what you deem as ideal. Sure, if you deem, being average, being told who you are, being put in a corner and the others expect you to just shut up, be quiet, and just deal with things as they deem right. That's not you. I know that's not you, and I feel it. And that's something I felt within myself long time ago. I mean, I don't have numbers in here to put next to it, but basically a long time ago, I felt that wasn't adequate. Whatever I was, whatever I was putting my eggs in, that basket was not big enough for me. Not only was it not big enough, but it was not able to sustain me. It wasn't able to nourish me. It wasn't able to provide me with what I needed, basically. And it's the same. It's the same with any friendships, any jobs, any relationships, any business opportunities, or any places you're living or existing, or any communities or network that you're part of. If you feel at any stage that you are made to feel like you're too much, like whatever you do is not good enough, then guess what? I wouldn't even blame those people, those networks, or those jobs. I would blame myself in that situation, because it's my fault that I am, placing such an item like myself, my energies, my time, my effort into such small vessels that are not meant to be for me even. They're not meant to be for me. So I'm not going to blame the vessel. No, I'm not going to blame those friendships. I'm not going to blame those people, those jobs, opportunities, those businesses, those networks and groups that I simply cannot relate to, because I just don't feel good enough, or I don't feel like I'm supported, So I would blame myself. Why am I at a place where my vastness is asked to be toned down, or my vastness is expected to be cut off just to fit in? Can you believe that? I mean, can you believe that if Einstein was to be told that you're not good at school, you shouldn't even bother, did he give up? No. And I'm just giving you an example of Einstein because that's the first thing I thought about, because apparently he wasn't even that great in school. So yes, he had a high IQ, but he wasn't really that great in school. Or all these mega millionaire business owners who in their younger years, or the first times that they tried to succeed, and they were told that whatever their idea was or their product was never good enough. If they chose to quit at that time and listen to the naysayers, they wouldn't achieve anything in life. And it will be a downward spiral where they just keep trying and trying, but they just could not fit into that mold or fit into that vessel. So my friends, let's start looking at our lives, at opportunities and people in our lives in that manner. Are they actually capable of holding our vastness? Are they actually capable of nurturing and nourishing and facilitating all that change that you're going through, and be okay with it and give you that support that you actually need? Instead of taking from you, you need to find those communities, you need to find those opportunities, you need to find that for yourself. Do not blame those people who don't even know themselves. Let's be honest here. They don't even know what they want for themselves. They're just following the trends or whatever they've been told. They're living life on autopilot instead of pausing and thinking. I personally don't have any judgment for those people, because end of the day, they're responsible for their lives and we're responsible for ours. Whatever they choose to do, good for them. But I would like to give you a pause so that you think about where you're heading and where you're putting your eggs and your energy, or your money, or your effort, or your time. Time is like money. You can make money and lose it, but time, you can't gain time. We are only given 24 hours a day, It's the same for Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos. He still has the same amount of time as me or you. We need to start looking at time as a big resource, and that's the most precious resource. It's far greater than money or any affiliations. Honestly, time is one of those things that we need to start taking seriously, and you need to start taking seriously where you're putting your time and your energy and your effort. Don't put it to a place or person that doesn't even suit your energies and your time. It's too small. It's too small. You need to start thinking big. Start thinking big. Start thinking where you would be appreciated and where you have the space to grow. Do you have enough space and opportunities to grow in those places, situations, networks? You need to start thinking that. So, friends, don't blame the vessel for being too small, okay? You need to find a better vessel to invest in. And I'll leave you with that thought. Have a great day.